Chapter 42 Keechaka. Virat was an elderly and weak king. The defense and running of his kingdom fell mainly on the queen's brother, Keechaka, and as a result, Keechaka was one of the most powerful men in the kingdom of Viratanagar. Keechaka found himself infatuated with his sister's handmaiden, Draupadi, in the disguise of Surandri. He informed his sister of his feelings. I cannot force Surandri to any actions that are not of her own accord. I will send her to fetch some wine from your palace chambers. Then you may attempt your seduction, and perhaps, in a private setting, she would be more receptive to your advances, said the queen. Reluctantly and nervously, Draupadi set off for Keechaka's palace chambers on the queen's instruction. Keechaka welcomed her into his chambers and began his seduction, promising Draupadi the position of head wife amongst his other wives. Once more, Draupadi rejected his advances, but Keechaka became more and more forceful in his approach. Draupadi shoved Keechaka off her. Keechaka lost his balance and fell over. Draupadi took the opportunity to run towards the court for protection. In the court, King Virat was engaged in meetings with his ministers and courtiers. Draupadi ran into the court with Keechaka close behind. Keechaka grabbed Draupadi, slammed her to the floor, and assaulted her. Virat was overwhelmingly dependent on Keechaka for his kingdom's protection, and as a result, he said nothing. Once more, Draupadi found herself humiliated and defenseless. That night, she went to Bhim's quarters and informed him of Keechaka's actions. Bhim was enraged and wanted to go to Keechaka immediately to kill him. But Draupadi had learned to be cautious in her actions. They were close to the end of the year in hiding. She did not want to recklessly endanger their identities, now that they were so close to the end. But retribution was required. She knew that Keechaka would not give up his pursuit of her, and together with Bhim, they came up with a plan for revenge. Chapter 43 Draupadi's Vengeance. Keechaka, the brother of the queen and the esteemed defender of Viratanagar, wielded considerable power and prestige. Accustomed to having his desires fulfilled, following rejection by her, Keechaka subjected Draupadi to assault and humiliation in the royal court. Draupadi was in her disguise as Surandri, the handmaiden. The king and his advisors remained silent, wary of offending their kingdom's army general. Draupadi, together with Bhim, plotted their retribution. As Draupadi expected, Keechaka still relentlessly pursued her. After some initial light rejections, she finally seemed to give in to Keechaka's lustful suggestions. Meet me in the dance hall at midnight, mighty general, and you may have your way with me. I dare not come to your quarters, or you to mine. Watchful eyes are everywhere, and I will not have aspersions cast on my character. Keechaka gleefully agreed to the arrangement. After an evening of drinking with his friends, Keechaka, mindful of the time, stumbled his way to the dance hall. He spotted a beautiful figure in the darkened hall, and his heart raced with excitement. But then a powerful figure stepped out of the shadows, and Keechaka's blood ran cold. Keechaka recognized the figure as the royal cook, the disguise that the mighty Bhim had taken on for his final year of hiding. Keechaka was confused, but had to quickly defend himself as Bhim launched his attack. Even in his drunken state, Keechaka was still an extremely skilled and powerful warrior. He tussled and wrestled with Bhim, putting up a valiant effort to kill his enemy, but there were few, if any, warriors who could match Bhim in strength and ferocity. Keechaka fell, and Bhim ended the life of his beloved Draupadi's tormentor. When Keechaka's lifeless body was found by servants the next day, the palace went into a state of disarray. The king and his army were in a state of shock, bewildered as to who could have done this to their mighty general. The queen, in deep grief, suspected that her handmaiden, Sarandri, may have something to do with the death of her brother. The queen was aware of her brother's pursuit of Sarandri, and her humiliation at his hands. Was this the actions of your Gandhava men, as revenge for my brother's assault on you? Asked the queen. Perhaps it was, dear queen. I warned your brother many times to leave me be, for his own safety, but he paid no attention. You should leave. I terminate your services, said the queen. As you wish, your majesty. But I ask respectfully that you allow me 13 days to find other employment, said Sarandri. The queen was fearful for her own life if she offended the handmaiden, and so she reluctantly agreed. Meanwhile, the news of Keechaka's demise spread to other kingdoms, and now that the mighty defender of Viratanagar was gone, their enemies made ambitious plans. Thank you for watching so far. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button. If you're new here, please subscribe. This will ensure that more people can find this resource. Click the notification button so that you can be the first to know about new uploads. And please do comment below. I'll do my best to reply to any questions. Thank you.